Hello, I'm IBX Toycat, and today I'm going to be talking about something that's speculated a lot, especially amongst the console community, and that is regarding a new console-exclusive feature in the form of Emerald weapons and Emerald armor. So, the image that caused this stir is this one that 4J tweeted out around a week ago, and as you can see in the image, it looks like, alongside showing the Wyvern stuff, it looks like he has an Emerald sword in his hand. So, a lot of people saw this and thought, wow, so I guess Emerald's confirmed to be made into weapons and tools. I wonder if it's going to be better or worse than diamond armor and tools. I wonder if it's going to be kind of like gold, but with a lot more durability. I wonder a whole bunch of different things, and this is like an entirely reasonable assumption. Like, I can entirely see why people would think that they need a fourth set of armor, and I think that's a really important thing. However, first of all, I think that it's definitely not going to be emerald. So, my first line of logic is this isn't actually an emerald thing being shown in the screenshot, it is just a diamond tool. You can tell because it's got this kind of green vibe to the entire screen, and that kind of goes with the sword, which honestly isn't even that green. Like, that's not emerald green, that's just diamond blue with a slight tint on it. So, this image in particular definitely isn't showing an emerald sword, therefore it's not confirming emerald armor and emerald tools. The next step as to why it probably won't be emerald, as armor and tools, is emerald is meant to be this currency. They added it instead of just using diamonds, which honestly were the main form of currency before, because diamonds still had a use. You wanted to use them for your stuff, and that gave them kind of a warped view when it came to currency, whereas emeralds, you can kind of get them from the ground, and that's, kind of your only real way of getting them, but their main use is you get them from villagers, you can give them back to villagers. If you start using them for armors, then, it starts becoming this situation where you have to farm with villagers to get your swords. They'd have to raise the value of the trades, because, trading first to wheat and getting the best sword in the game, let's say if it was that, would be a little bit OP, for instance, and, that just doesn't really seem to fit right with the way they've been developing the game. However, that definitely doesn't rule out a fifth set of armor and a sixth set of tools, because there is, still just a need for something there. It's been the same, armor and tools since a very, very early beta version of the game. Even the very starting version of the 360 version. So 2 years ago, still had that, even, going way, way back. It's still been the same sets of armor and the same weapons, and honestly, I have no doubt they want to improve that, because the way, Minecraft develops is they focus heavily on survival. Having some variety in there, even if it's just interesting variety, is still going to be added. So, I think at some point there's going to have to be armor and weapons added into the game, but exactly when is, up to question, and what will it be made out of? So, the first thing a lot of people jump to is the fact that there are actually rubies inside the game files, and have been for both the PC and the console for quite some time now, like quite a couple of years or so, and my response to this is, if you look them up, they're actually only meant to be emeralds, but they were the old texture for emerald, because for some reason the old texture for emerald was red and looked, weird. It wasn't emerald-like at all, that's why they switched it to green. I don't think these really are going to have a use in the game, because we already have diamonds and emeralds. Like, I think having a rare gem after that, it's only going to be for aesthetic purposes. It wouldn't make sense as a weapon. At least, it would be really weird to have something even rarer than emerald, personally. As much as I'd like to see that, I think just making rarer and rarer ores is not the way to go about things. So, if they're making a new set of weapons and tools and stuff, what are they going to make it out of? So the way I think things are going to go, so basically the PC team have hinted strongly, more than a couple of times, that there's probably going to be some new ores in the 1.9 update. So using that piece of information and knowing that they probably don't want to just make rarer and rarer ores, I think what they could do is make an ore that's found pretty much anywhere, but it's around the commonness, slightly less common than iron. For now, in my head, I'm going to call it mithril. It could be absolutely anything. I just like the idea of this mythical, ore or whatever. So, there's this rare mithril found in the ground fairly commonly, but it's only found in chunks of one. So you have to look pretty much anywhere you want for this stuff, but you only get, single blocks of it. And what would make that interesting is what if, to actually get the individual things you need for armor and that you need for, actually crafting tools, you actually have to get 9 of them and combine them into, like, a condensed block of it. And then you could use that for tools and weapons. I think that would be incredibly interesting. I think that's, it's not going to be exactly what they do, but I think that'd be a really, really cool way of doing things. Because think about it, you're slowly trying to get this rare stuff to make this interesting armor, and, on top of that, instead of just making it better than diamonds, making diamonds redundant, I think a really interesting way to do it would be to make it something that kind of supplements diamond. Because right now, iron beats stone, which beats wood, and then iron is beaten by diamond. I think if you put, this fifth, sixth thing in there, then you could make it so, like, say for tools, for instance, so it has half the durability of diamonds. So you think, oh, so it's not that good in that way. And then you make it even a notch further down by saying, okay, it's only got the abilities of stone pickaxes, so stone shovels, etc. So you can only mine, let's say, for instance, iron ore. You can't mine diamonds, you can't mine obsidian. So it's slightly worse in those two ways, but it will mine like 25%, 50% faster. So if you're just trying to mine a tunnel, you want to use your new fifth ore pickaxe, let's call it mithril again. Or if you're just trying to go for ores and stuff and you want a bigger durability pickaxe, you go for that. You can make this even more interesting by saying that by default it comes with something like efficiency 1 or speed 1 equipped, so that you can have a quick boost of speed or something. It'd be really interesting if you add stuff to it that makes it different, not better. I'd really like to see that. On the armor side of things, if that's what you're excited about, let's say you have this armor, it's just as good as diamond, but it only has half the durability again. But again, you have like a quick speed boost that you can activate with the armor, or something like that to make it the sort of armor you want to wear in some situations, but not all of them. So, yeah, I'd really like to see a 5th set of armor and a 6th set of tools in the game. I think at some point soon, they're going to have to add them. It's been so long since they added, the latest ores, that I think it's only natural, especially given the fact that they're adding new ores in this next PC update. So, we're going to have to see how long it takes for this to come to Xbox. However, we do know it's not going to be emerald ore. So, thank you for watching this little speculation video. If you enjoyed it, let me know with a comment down below. If you don't like this kind of slightly more wild speculations, let me know too. And I'll stick away from it. Because I figured I wanted to comment on this, because so many people have been telling me that there's going to be emerald swords, and I want to just kind of comment on that. So, thank you for watching the video. Like it if you liked it, share it if you really liked it, and goodbye.